So good afternoon all, and we welcome you all for the second half of the day. So as we discussed, like morning, we have covered like what is internet fundamentals and information security. In the second session, we have covered password, browser, and mobile app security. Some part of mobile app security as well as some part of the browser security also we have covered. In this second half, we are going to cover about various social engineering attacks as well as social networking and some part of the financial security also we are going to cover. So the first session, immediately, we are going to have this session on social.
Can't hear you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So now we are going to start with the social engineering attacks. So as part of this session, like madam is going to cover like what are the various social engineering attacks, and morning some of the people are also asking some malware related issues. So those aspects also madam is going to cover, and based on the time availability, madam also going to show some of the live demonstrations. So before we actually get into the session, so let me introduce madam for all of you. And right now we have with us Dr. Valli Kumari Vatsavi ma'am. She is a professor at Andhra University, and with over 33 years of experience in teaching and research area. And she holds a PhD degree in computer science and systems engineering with a specialized in network security. And she also received a gold medal for her best research. She researches on data analytics, data security, privacy, and threat intelligence. And she is the principal co-investigator of the Cybersecurity and Data Analytics Center sponsored by the ISEA project Mighty Government of India. And she is a former vice chairperson of AP State Council for Higher Education. Higher education. Her commendable achievements were automation of the state common entrance examinations, and development of software for start a new degree colleges and new courses, and the collection of asset data of all the colleges in the state, and data analysis and decision making. And she is a director for AU Center, and she developed a software for examinations division which catered the needs of more than 700 affiliated colleges of Andhra University in 2013 by using all open source technologies and in-house students. And the software is impacted more than 15 lakh students so far, and established the first of its kind of data center in the campus, and still it is in use. And she is the founder vice chair of IEEE Vizag Bay subsection, and founder HOD of the CSE department of AU College of Engineering for Women, and a member of AP State Knowledge Mission and several committees of AP and Orissa governments like Task Force Committee to inspect the engineering colleges, staff selection committees, member of ministerial delegation for AP private universities establishment, preparation of innovation policy for educational institutions in AP, and National Board for Accreditation of the Engineering Colleges, University Grants Commission, and AICTE. And she has the 30 plus students awarded with the PhDs under her guidance. She has over 150 papers published in reputed journals and conferences, and she has conducted several conferences, workshops, student mega events, innovation fairs, and hackathons. She is a senior member of IEEE, fellow of IETE, and life member of CRSI, CSI, ISTE. So with this brief introduction, we welcome Professor Valli Kumari ma'am to take this session on social engineering attacks and its security measures. Over to you, ma'am. And we thank you very much for joining with us for today's afternoon session, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and namaskar, everyone. Let me share my presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is visible, ma'am. It is visible. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, good afternoon, dear participants. And let me walk you through a few case studies related to social engineering attacks in this afternoon. And let us also look at a few aspects on how these attacks are carried out and how do we save ourselves from such attacks. So before starting the talk, let me show you a real-time threat map. This is the dashboard of the vendor Fortinet, who supplies these anti-virus, anti-malware related uh, products. So there's the real-time threat map. I see here at this point of time, exactly this point of time, what is the number of threat packets flowing in from a particular source to some target location. So this all something uh, which is plotted based on the data collected by their devices and other software systems installed across the globe. You can see the flying arrows, source and destination. And at the box below here, you can see the names of the attacks or the names of the uh, different types of bug exploitations that are happening, and the location and their severity. So as you can see, Windows based attacks, uh, Oracle based attacks. So there are many flying up. This is just about one vendor. Now talk about another vendor, Kaspersky. This is their threat map, and uh, as you can see, so this is across the globe, kinds of packets that are flowing from one part of the globe to another part of the globe. Okay, you can see these numbers raising, which show you intrusions or vulnerabilities or malwares and so on. I've just shown you such companies. Now, just imagine you're considering Cisco related firewalls, other antivirus software related data that is getting collected, putting all those vendors' data together at this point of time, how many attack packets are flowing across in the internet from the given sources to the destinations. So, what are all these attacks about? What do you exactly mean by an attack? So, attack means to exploit a broken software, a software which has got bugs, they are exploited. So, that is called as a cyber attack. And the cyber crime is to exploit such broken software. What is the uh, motivation of these attackers? As you can see here, lot of information is available on the web these days. So according to a survey, as you can see here, only 4% of the information is there what we can see directly by browsing through uh, using any browser, like whatever is in Google, Facebook, Bing, Yahoo, Wikipedia. So all those websites which we can directly search for information, it only accounts for 4% of the total information possible on the web. And 90% of the information is there in what is called as deep web. So deep web means it is beyond username and password. So like unless you have credentials, you can't have access to this information. So if interested in gaining information, though he doesn't have a username password, those he is not a legal person to get hold of that information. So they immediately followed is to somehow gain the credentials, gain the username and password. So that is the first step. The second step could be directly attack the databases, exploit certain bugs which are there in the operating system or the browser, any other application, and then get hold of that information. So medical records, legal documents, scientific reports, lot of this information is all in the deep web. So if one can catch hold of username and password, he can very easily gain access to the data. That is the concept. So not just this, all the academic information of the educational institutions, be it the video lectures or certain other student related information or financial records related information. So all these account for 90%, and uh, they're said to be part of deep web. And dark web is something which is accounting, as per the survey reports, nearly 6% of the total information available on the web. So this information is accessible only through certain tools, certain software, certain browsers like Tor. And then we lot of illegal information is presented here. Drug trafficking and all wrong activities can be performed through the dark web. Now that you know the number of attacks that are happening at a given point of time and the huge information that is available on the web, we'll now in this afternoon's talk look at social engineering attacks. So how do someone who is not legally allowed to use that information is trying to gain access to that information by tricking the victims, tricking the targets. Means an officer in an organization or an individual who is holding a bank account. It's an organized process, and social engineering is mainly used uh, for all the malicious activities that are performed through human interactions. So these attackers, they trick the users into making security mistakes or giving away sensitive information. So these attacks can be carried out through computer-based, mobile-based, physically, or voice-based attacks. So voice-based means through phone call, phishing through a voice call, or somebody can directly come to your office and say he's a service engineer so company, and can sit at your system and steal the information or credentials or implant certain programs in your machine so that he can access them later through uh, a remote connection. Or it could be an SMS with some link, and you somehow click on the link and then go to a website which is looking like some genuine website that you're already familiar with, but actually all the data that you feed to it will go directly to the attacker's servers. Or QR codes, they may be wrong QR code wherein you're trying to pay the money or send the information to. And through emails too, you get some links, and if you click on them, some attachments may be having some malwares which may get installed in your machine. Okay, or uh, you may have a link which takes you to a wrong website. So Wi-Fi phishing is something where you have an access point, uh, and the SSID is shown on your phone or the device. And when you connect to it, it won't ask for any user. It will give you free access. But actually, some attacker might be observing you, like your whatever transactions that you are performing, whatever things you're typing. Baiting means you have a USB device and that is already infected with malwares, and when you insert it into your machine, eh, that stuff gets downloaded into your machine. So why are these activities carried out? Why do you get SMSs and emails with all these wrong links? It is mainly to gather information about your machine, your operating system version, if it is up to date, or if it is a, a previous version of the software which is already having bugs and you have not applied any updates. So now he gets information and knowledge that you have uh, not updated your software and there are bugs in it, and he can start exploiting by using available to exploit that particular bug. And phone call based messages, so you keep getting some calls and you're sent an OTP and you're asked to give out that OTP. So somebody might have got your username and password. They initiate your bank account transaction activity. You have two-factor authentication. So the OTP comes to you only if you, input that OTP onto the screen. The bank allows you to pass through the gate to the next page. So now what they would do is ask you to somehow trick you to leak that OTP. Like somebody might get a phone call saying his LIC amount is not claimed and they are verifying your bank account and they ask you for the OTP. Once you share the OTP, instead of crediting the amount, they actually debit amount from your account. So all these phishing activities, they fall under social engineering attacks. Be it a false email, be it an SMS link, or any way, whatever way they are trying to make you share, tempt you to share personal or sensitive information, that is called as phishing. So this sensitive information is normally passwords, account numbers, pins. So when you're typing on your screen, it may actually go to the attacker's database. So these days, phishing as a service is getting industrialized, and there are phishing kits, means a collection of tools that can be used to carry out these social engineering attacks is made available. That can be, those things can be used to target the individuals or the enterprise users. So it's a whole life cycle with the initial investigation wherein they identify the victims, gather some information through social media. If you have a public profile, so Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, they try to find out what your position is, what your address, or what your who are your relations, where you work, who are your bosses. All this information can be gathered directly from the internet through the Google search, through your Facebook and other social media sites. Then they select some attack methods. So they may send an SMS or a WhatsApp link or an email link. They'll get to know uh, your OS version, what device you're using, which model, and all that stuff. Then they start engaging the target, the victim, and they start spinning a. So through email, it can be like, he's your close friend, he lost his purse and he wants money badly, and so he sends an account and asks you to transfer money. That could be one. Or another story could be like, money will be doubled in a few days. That's some kind of a scheme. If you transfer money, then yeah. So they try to show you up something on the web pages, and you may see against your name there is a lot of money that is getting deposited, but actually it is just a number on the screen and nothing goes to your account. So then for enterprises or organizations, it could be like they somehow uh, you know uh, take control of your machine. They can install certain malwares and then make those malwares take control of your machine uh, through that malware from a remote system. So your system will be of some other machine which is outside your network. They start executing the attack. So sometimes after deploying the malwares, it could be after 6 months that the attack might start. Or they may install lot of such uh, programs in multiple machines and then see to it that all of those programs will get executed against your network on a particular date and time. And later, after the attack, uh, all the traces of malware are removed, all the tracks are covered, and it comes to a natural end. So, ever since the COVID breakdown has happened, these web related, because people got used to e-commerce, like many people started purchasing goods online. Then food buying online has become a norm of the day, and like this, everyone got used to online transactions. So more number of people using applications, more applications have started coming in, and so with more people, more transactions, more applications, these attacks have also increased abnormally. Now, what is all this malware about? It's a program like any other program, but written with a malicious intent. So that means the logic is it written in such a way that the attacker's benefit uh, is the point of focus. It does whatever was told by the attacker. What can it do? It can encrypt your data, demand ransom, irritate you with a lot of advertisements, record the keystrokes, credentials, username, password, and the credentials. How do they come to your computer? As a downloaded file from a web page or an email attachment. It could be looking like a celebrity photo, but it could be some malware. Or as a file from USB or other media. Or you might be downloading some stuff from Torrent. Torrent is a good website, but the file that you're downloading could be an infected one. For example, some cracked versions of softwares. Uh, they may leave a lot of doors open for attackers and other programs to come and stay in your PC. How do you know there is malware? So increase CPU usage. So before the malware installed, your programs were running smooth, but after it has got into your machine, your programs might be getting stuck. It may be slow, loading might be slow, and system may hang up sometimes and may not respond to any mouse click, or sometimes there might be strange icons appearing on the desktop and strange files appearing in the folder. Sometimes files could go encrypted. Sometimes certain files may get deleted too. There are a lot of names given to these malware programs. So virus is one category of programs, and Trojan, ransomware, worms, spywares, adwares, botnets, then keyloggers. These are all different types of malwares. So there are then hundreds and thousands of viruses, hundreds and thousands of malwares which are of category worm and Trojan and ransomware. We'll look at them. with the names themselves, you can find out that ransomware is a malicious software which asks you for ransom after infecting your machine. Spyware is something which will steal the information, your voice, audio, your SMSs, whatever you do on the phone, they're carried to the attacker or whoever is gathering information from your device. Adware is all about advertisements and so on. So this is WannaCry ransomware. If your machine gets infected uh, with malware of name WannaCry, this is what happens to your system. So what happened to my computer? Your important files are encrypted. Your documents, photos, videos, data are no longer accessible. And how do you get them back? So send $300 worth of Bitcoin to this address, and the address is anonymous. So this is an old chart, but the amount might have grown up. Okay? And so how do you identify that there is malware in your machine? Use antivirus softwares. So if your antivirus software is up to date, it automatically gives you a pop-up saying, look, this file is infected with malware. And you can also check with a program called, a website called virustotal.com. Let me show you how you can check this. Hope you can see the screen. So this is virustotal.com, and this is what you can do. If you already are suspicious about uh, a website, and if you know the link, okay, so you can directly type that website name here. Hope you can see the screen. Okay, so virustotal.com, I have just fed the website name, and it automatically tells you that it is a phishing website or suspicious. So certain vendors have found it. Okay, other one would be like, let me type in another website name. Yes, I'm searching for certain other website name. Yeah, one of them marked it as phishing website. Okay, one security vendor flagged this as malicious. And say I have to check whether Google or gmail.com is genuine. Yeah, somebody said it is malicious. Maybe because it tries to collect as much information as possible. So let us try with google.com. So like this, you can check with VirusTotal, or you can also, if you have downloaded a file, or if you file and you're suspicious that after you got this file, your system got slow, or you have a photo and look here, I have a photo downloaded. You can look on the right. I just downloaded from the web. This is a book photo, JPEG image. And I have injected some malicious PHP code into the book that I downloaded, and this is the new image that I created. So this second book is infected with malicious software. Okay, now let me go back to the browser. So I'm uploading the clean photo first. So no malware is detected. Okay, and now I am uploading the file which I have, that photograph which I have infected with malware, the second one. So when I try to see the image, it looks the same. Okay, now virus total now says this book one, which I have modified, is having a Trojan. Okay, it is having a malware. So you can see here all the vendors, Google, Fortinet, Bitdefender, McAfee, all of them have, most of them have marked it as Trojan. So this is how you can find out using VirusTotal. So certain photos look like they are genuine, but they may be infected. So never click on the attachment, download photos from the source whom you're not aware of. Okay. So if I have an exe file or a Word document or a PDF file, I can also, okay. So just click on it and then upload it. Yeah. And then I was talking about, what if you click on a link that you, website link that you get on an SMS or on the email. So say for example, I'm showing you this page. Now this page is a Google sign-in page. Yeah. So hope all of you are agreeing with this. Yes or no? Are you agreeing? Yeah. That is a Google page. Now, so when I'm typing some information like ISCA talk, today is 27 October 2023 at mail. This is not my mail ID, but I'm just typing an email. It could be your original mail ID. And I'm typing the password. 789. 1 to 9 digits I typed. And I'm clicking on sign in. Now, before clicking on sign in, I would like to show you something. Look at the log symbol. It's not secure. Your browser is saying it's not secure. There is no HTTPS. Okay. And Google, why would uh, Google people display a web page with an IP address? It never happens, right? So you should go suspicious before you type in your credentials. I'm just showing you Google page. It could be your company's admin page. It could be your bank page. Okay, it could be something else, which is very important. Now, what happens when you get a page like this, which is called as a cloned page? It looks exactly like the original web page of that company, but it is not. It's a cloned page. And when you type in information and submit, it goes to this machine 10.0.2.15 at that server, and this data will get stored there. If someone is collecting data over there, that will be put in the files, and yeah, rest of the things follow. So I'm submitting this. Now you can see I'm forwarded to the actual Google page. I have https google.com and the log symbol intact. What does it mean? Attacker has sent me a link. I clicked on it. It showed up his server page, which looked like exactly Google page. And then when I typed my credentials, he took them and then silently forwarded me to the actual Google page. Now I may think, okay, last time I must not have typed my password correctly, so I'll retype and go ahead. So I'll say sign in and then again put my credentials. But in the background, what is happening is, look here, ISCA talk. Attacker server collects this information in the background. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So whenever we are trying to type some information on, okay, uh, on a web page, which I have got after clicking on a link, I should compulsorily examine if it is having a lock symbol and if it is having HTTPS. Okay, a secure version means SSL added to HTTP. Yeah.
Ma'am, we lost the screen, ma'am.
So you could see the Kali Linux one till now, na?
No, a screen is not visible, madam.
No, no. Could you see this cloned page thing till now?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Now I'm switching over to my
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
application.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So normally the targets for all these attacks are taking over the account, or the target information is also obtained through web scraping tools or some scanning tools. Okay, there are a lot of ways in which the data about the targets is collected. Okay, so you shared the credentials on a cloned page. Somebody got access to your username and password. What happens next? So if it is an IT admin account, somebody can log into your machine and then machine in the office and then start doing what they want, right? So these are some typical case studies. We'll through some 3 4 case studies. So in 2014, a hacker group which identified itself by the name Guardians of Peace, they leaked a release of confidential data from the film studio Sony Pictures. And the data included personal information about Sony Pictures employees, their families, emails between employees, information about executive salaries at the company, copies of the then unreleased Sony films, plans for future Sony films, scripts for certain films, and lots of other information. Not just stealing information, but they also employed a variant of Shamoon Viper malware to erase Sony's computer infrastructure. Why was all this done? So, just to make Sony withdraw its upcoming film, The Interview, which is a comedy about a plot to assassinate their leader. And in response, Sony had to cancel the film's formal premiere and mainstream release, and then followed it by a digital release. Then LinkedIn, lot of users' accounts they were stolen, and they were also advertised on the dark net a couple of years later. And Netflix email scam is one of the most popular ones, wherein Hackers have targeted more than 110 million Netflix thumbnail scam and are said to have succeeded in stealing people's credit card details to an extent. Just imagine 1% of these 110 million people respond by clicking on the link and for their credit card and user accounts on the page that gets displayed. The attacker's job is done. Then WannaCry, which I have just shown you, uh, that has at a time targeted 99 countries. On and off, there is a lot of news in the media that power stations are down. There are cyber attacks here and there. Uh, you know, there's an interesting one which happened a couple of years ago. So, Colonial Pipeline, which is an American oil pipeline system which originates in Houston, Texas, and carries gasoline and jet fuel mainly to the southeastern United States, suffered a ransomware attack that impacted computerized equipment managing the pipeline. And in response, Colonial Pipeline Company halted all the pipeline's operations to contain the attack. And with the assistance of FBI, they paid 75 bitcoins to the attackers. And it's equivalent to $4.4 million just within several hours of the attack. And then they released the decryption key with which they could restore their operations. And once they started investigating and found out the traces that one day before the attack, they have copied several GBs of data. They took the backups through some remote servers. So we keep listening to news and media that many officials are getting mails from the government domain related emails. They might be spoofed accounts. They need not be, uh, you know, sent person in the office. Now there are even more dangerous malwares like Emotet. So they are like botnets, which terribly digital. There are news side in the media that among the survey done, 73% of the Indian firms were hit, according to the surveyed people. So, how is this information gathered about you or your organization or your machine? So, there is a website called Grabify, and you can type, you can create a URL here. So, like for example, I can create a URL isca.com or cdac.com. I can create a URL and then I can send it. Okay. So then what do I get? So if I send that created URL through an SMS, and if somebody clicks on that SMS link or WhatsApp link, that URL that I have generated, if they click on it, then I'll get data, IP address, country, city, battery, how much power is there, whether it is charging condition or whether it is horizontally oriented or vertically oriented, what is the connection type, what is time zone, language used, whether the user is using an incognito window, whether ad blocker is on, screen size, local IP, browser that I'm using, OS, device make. So whether it is Samsung or iPhone, then the GPU, the botnet, lot of information. Okay, which service provider you're using, and so on. So as simple as that. So just need to create a URL, send it through an SMS. I'm not trying that now, but I can do that by creating the URL and putting it in the chat window and ask you to click on the link. And right here, I can get your device name, browser name, and all that stuff displayed. Then fake mails might be sent, or you say, if you're getting a fake mail, how do you know it is fake mail? Like, for example, I got this mail, and I can click on these three dots, go to show original, and look here. I got this message, and if sender policy framework it is passed, means the mail is genuine. Okay. So I need to click on these three dots and go to the recent message that I have shown you, and then look at the pass symbol here. If you get something like fail, then yeah, you should never trust that information. Then Google Dorking is like, normally when we want to search about something, some person, I type the name, okay, or place, I type the location name. That is general Google search. But Google Dorking is specialized search. You can search for files. Like, for example, I can say index of slash etc slash password. So if any server which is connected to the internet, they have opened this. Okay, like for example, 20th October 2023. So vce bhopal.ac.in. This website, they have given access to this index of A and all this. Okay, now I can get into this and know the list of passwords. So okay, so I'm trying to find the. So look here, there is some gpud file I can download, and I'm not proceeding ahead. Okay. So I can type here and then click on any of these links and then go further. Okay. So like this, this is called as Google Dorking. So there are many such phrases which you can directly type Google Dorking in the URL of Google, and then find out lots such search strings. Google Docs. Yeah, there are other tools like EXIF data. If you have an image, you can find out at what latitude, longitude the photo was taken, and which camera, and what sea level, and all that. There are websites called as Google Hacking Database, wherein sometimes WhatsApp dumps camera contents, and if these are connected to internet or some server, you can directly find out ways of finding out these. So this is how you can just getting loaded. So you can see 25th October, somebody has posted it. Says files containing juicy information. So now you can use this dark in the Google search engine and get some interesting information. Okay, like this, every day people search for such things and update this database. So this is the exploit database, ways to gain information about victims or servers. So this is about the Google hacking database. And if any website is hacked and the database is breached, there are websites which also, let me share it. There are websites like Google which provide information about databases that got leaked. Google provides us information about places, things, people, and all that. And Snuspace is one search engine. There are many more. I'm showing you only one. This is a data breach search engine. What does it have? So, data breaches that happen, that database is all stored here. Means it can have usernames, passwords, phone numbers of subscribers, IP addresses, username, passwords, then lot of such stuff. And is it legal? So they say if the website got hacked and the data is there in 4 or 5 users' hands, then that means it's as good as it is in public. So there is nothing wrong in publishing all that hacked data in public forum. So this is a data breach search engine. So say for example, a particular grocery store website which you order food for, and that got hacked, and the whole database of all the subscribers got, and that is published in Snusbase like data breach search engine. How do you know, you as a subscriber, whatever data you provided when you registered with that website, like your name, your IP address number, which gets logged automatically, and what else? Your username, password, phone number, mail ID. Whether they are also into the hacked database. So this is one interesting website, haveibeenpawned.com. You can type your mail ID. So I got good news, no pawnage found. Okay, but if you type your mail ID with which you're subscribing to Swiggy or any other grocery store or any hotel, any travel related website, any website for that matter, songs, okay, movies related, and if that website got hacked, you want to find out whether your email ID, your credentials are there in the hacked database or not. Okay, so this is one. What if you have names of the websites instead of good news, no pawnage found? If you have already tried, by now many of you, or at least a few of you, must have got it. Please type in the chat window. Uh, if your haveibeenpawned.com shows certain website names with which you are subscribed to. Okay, meanwhile we'll progress. So the immediate thing you need to do is, if you're not using it anymore, delete that, withdraw from that website. But if you're doing, then change the website, change the password. Okay, and remember, if you have used the same password sites, then change all those passwords as well. So the next is the SMS smishing, means sending the fake links through SMSs. Now there are, you get an SMS saying your KYC is updated successfully. You'll get so and so much money into your wallet. Okay, so what? How is this generated? So I have this link. So this one website. There are many more. I'm showing you one example. So what is done here? The phone number, from number, select the country. Okay. So 91 is our code. So select that, right? And then the phone number, choose the recipient, date and time when the SMS has to be pushed. And then if you're sending multiple SMSs, you can buy this code, then spoof the message, your KYC and that website link. It could be that Google link. It could be Facebook link. It could be something else. Okay, and then I'm not a robo, and then spoof text. Okay, so you have many tools like this available. So a Facebook clone page could look like this, and attacker might get hold of your email and password, and then friend request to some outside people. So I'll show you one malicious app which we generated for our own students. So this malicious app is installed in the local server, and an SMS is sent with that link. And if somebody clicks on it, okay, that app actually gets installed in the machine, in that device, and it makes a connection with the attacker server. And once the device is under the control of the attacker can uh, create backup of all the SMSs or call logs, or set the ringer mode to vibration mode and all that, or spoof an SMS through that phone. So SMS will be sent by the attacker, but the from address will be that of the victim. So this is a simple demonstration program that we use for our students. Okay, so for all of this, we have used these free tools. So this sent to an Android mode. But there are sophisticated tools these days. This is just an education demo. Just to give you an idea of how these tools can be used. So this is a command which attacker can run system in. He'll get hold of which version of Android and all that stuff. And then dump SMS is a command through which a text file is created with all the, yes. Similarly, call logs. Now all these files, they're transferred to attacker's machine into the folder that is set. Now, when you look at the text file, all the SMS steps. Okay, just a simple educational demo to Linux, which I have used for that credit. Yes, so we do have many tools for anonymity and security, like Proton Mail instead of Gmail, Epic Browser for privacy, so that those websites or those apps will not keep track of which web pages we are visiting, how long we are staying on a page, and all that stuff. Then DuckDuckGo, like Google search engine, offers you privacy, gives you search results but offers privacy. Signal app, it's like WhatsApp but claims to offer anonymity. And whenever we want to subscribe to some stuff and use that email only for once, we need not use our regular email, but we can create a 10-minute mail which will automatically be discarded after 10 minutes. And whenever you see some video uh, of people going viral and you want to stop it, you can go to stopncii.org. So if someone is threatening to share you intimate images, create your case. Okay. So automatically step will be taken to stop from circulating in, okay, circulating in any social media account. Automatically the companies will be notified and that will be stopped. If Facebook is compromised, facebook.com/hacked. Okay, and then cybercrime.gov.in is one website wherein you can report for all the cyber crimes. Then consumerhelpline.gov.in. This is a website wherein any online purchases related issues can be reported. And for women in particular, we have NCW. So, okay, so, and whenever we are performing financial transactions, please ensure yourself that you're not sharing important stuff or sharing passbook, checkbooks, bank statements, KYC documents with strangers. Similarly, don't write CVV numbers on the cards. Whenever you're performing a payment related activity on a website, ensure that you have HTTPS. So whenever you're browsing some website and you're performing payment related transactions, if some pop-up windows come up, some celebrity photos or some advertisements pop up, never click on them. It could be a malware uh, infestation. Yeah, whenever you're getting an email, carefully look at the from address. Every letter of it counts. For example, look here, Bank of America is what you see. But when you closely look at it, it is not AM, it is ARN. Okay, so ensure yourself you're replying to a proper person. And as you are aware, and morning sessions also, the speakers must have told you, ICA program has a very good website with a lot of content in it, infosecawareness.in. So it has got information for children, students, women, family, police, teachers, government employees, network admins, and lot of stuff, other stuff on the web. You can educate your family, your children, your parents, and your friends on how to stay secure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. I think there are few questions, and participants, if you have any questions, you can keep it in the chat area, so that we will try to respond. I think like these pass like email compromise kind of thing, ma'am. So one of the message says like, oh no Pune, and Pune in 8 data breaches and found no pairs. So that was the thing which they're mentioning. I think we have to
Yeah,
explain.
it's like an explanation. It says, oh, pond. It's not no pond. It's like, oh no,
No, Pune.
oh no, pond. And then pond in one data breach.
Correct. I think some one of the participants eight
Eight.
part, and one is one thing, and I think somewhere their emails were used or whatever
Yeah.
something happened.
So might have got some websites in the bottom.
Correct, correct.
Did you? So if you get them, you kindly see that the passwords there are changed.
Okay. So how can we come to know where our data breach is where our data breached, it is only showing numbers.
Okay, you
That's
scroll up and you'll get some website names.
okay. Right. How to check whether a software type keylogger present in our system?
So you can use an antivirus software and it automatically can recognize. So keyloggers, for example, will have some signature. So I have shown you one signature, if you remember, for I think WannaCry, right? So these databases of antivirus packages have got those signatures. So if keylogger is present in your machine, it can automatically identify.
Excuse me. Yes, ma'am. The next question is, ma'am, is it safe to use the online shopping website through affiliate marketing like Cash Karo, okay, Cash Karo, Go Paisa, etc.
Uh, just we all of us should remember that no one gives money just for free to anyone. So if you think somebody is trying to lure you, tempt you, that means you must be careful. That's it.
Okay.
So no one gives money for free to anyone.
True. Okay, ma'am. And could you show me list? Okay, is it
So this is the keylogger set of signatures. So you can see here, these are the codes. So these codes are like to identify me. You need to know my Aadhaar number or PAN number or my employer or my voter card ID number, right? So all these numbers are generated in some format by the respective organizations. So here, these numbers that you see, they are all hash codes, okay, MD5 or SHA related algorithm generated hash codes. And antivirus packages know about all the released malware's hash codes. They have up to date in their database. If a keylogger gets into your machine, then that file's hash code, if it matches with the one in the database, then your antivirus software will automatically pop up or will uh, raise a dialog box and will tell you it's a keylogger. So these are all keyloggers, different keyloggers. This one. There might be many keyloggers actually. I'm just showing you for an example.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And is it safe to upload personal documents for virus scanning through an online scanner such as
Confidential.
Aristotle?
Okay. Confidential documents. Is that so?
Personal. They were talking about personal
Yeah,
documents.
yeah. So, yeah, that is one question. Like VirusTotal has got a cloud, has got their own server, and when we upload, maybe they're storing a copy of it. We are not sure. So, yeah. Then the thing is, if it is confidential, you don't want to upload it, you can generate a hash using any hash calculator. Okay, you have a lot of programs which you can download into your machine and then generate a hash. Or like you can use a package like OpenSSL and then commands to which you can submit your file and it generates a hash. That hash you upload it to VirusTotal. Means only the signature you'll upload to VirusTotal. You don't
Okay.
have to upload the file.
Fine. Right.
First step, download a hash calculator. Then locally you generate the hash using that hash calculator. But if you don't want to use that unknown program, the next step would be at the command prompt using OpenSSL like libraries. You can all by yourself generate the hash code, upload it, and then you'll get to know. The
Okay.
second one is antivirus program. If it is already installed, it will take care of. You can scan that file.
Saving data on Google Drive is safe, ma'am?
Yeah, they take care of. Google company, they scan the files, they alert you. They ask you if you really want to store that infected file in the drive.
Okay. Does an ethical hacker and hacker with malicious intention work same?
It's in their attitude. It depends on them.
And you yourself got a doubt, madam. So mostly no. Okay, with different intention, yes. Is it okay to use the pirated software for data processing because the legal version is quite expensive to avail?
Well, you're saying na pirated legal, that itself says it's wrong.
Correct.
You can use some open source tools equivalent to that software instead.
Okay, ma'am. Is it safe? Is Windows Defender
Most of the times, yes, yes.
sufficient or third-party antivirus required necessarily?
Sufficient mostly. You have to keep it up to date, and your Windows license should be intact.
Yeah. Which antivirus is best?
Windows Defender is fine. Yeah, you can make use of Calamity. You can use of any company. We should not brand a particular company, but yeah, I mostly use McAfee in one system, Kaspersky in the other. So, but that's my interest. You can go for Norton.
Yeah.
K7 is there. Lot of them. I think CDAC has also come out with some tool, right, to check.
Yes, madam. mKavach is there, like that is a mobile solution, but when
Mobiles.
it comes to this thing, like we are yet to launch it, ma'am. We are yet to launch
Yes.
that. Yes, ma'am. Our computers with Ubuntu OS are better than the Windows OS with respect to the computer's security. Yeah.
The thing is, like, Windows is used by most of the people uh, with minimum knowledge of computers. So attackers try to target Windows OS. It's not that uh, Windows is good or Ubuntu is good. More number of users are there with Windows OS, and that too with minimal technical knowledge. So people automatically aim to infect those machines because more numbers means more possibilities of easily attacking. That's it. So OS as such, they're all good, but number of attackers who target are more full. Both are equally good.
Okay, ma'am.
Provided you have licensed version, you're updating it every now and then.
Okay. Last question, ma'am. Is Android safer than the Windows?
Android is mobile related. I don't know why laptop and mobile phone you're trying to compare, or what is it like?
Yeah, I think that question is not clear, but otherwise, Android is a mobile and Windows is for laptop or desktop kind of things, sir. But Windows phones are also there. That is a different ball game altogether.
अच्छा Windows phones గురించి అడుగుతున్నా. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. PC is getting auto restart. Is it because of virus, ma'am?
Yeah, could be, but we really have to check. Like, so
Okay. Okay.
we specifically can't say because it is auto restarting. It can be because of
It
virus.
may be one of the reason, but we
One
don't.
of the reasons.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your
Thank
wonderful
you.
session and patiently addressing all the questions. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. So,
Okay.
uh,
Yatra.com site was breached.
okay.
Yeah, you change the password, sir. And if you're using the same password for other travel websites, change them also.
Correct.
That's the only thing.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So we are going forward without any break. I hope it is okay with all of you. Since you are all listening only, so there won't be any official break. access, but if someone wanted, like, you can just go and come back. Otherwise, we will start our next session. So can we save password file in an Excel form? PC is getting, can we save the password file in an Excel form with Google Drive? Save the password file. It is up to you, sir. Like, you yourself can see that, like, nowadays that Google is also giving one of the important aspect, whether your data is only with you or is it available in dark web too, right? So one.google.com, you can go there and you can give your email ID. There it will tell you like where all your email ID and mobile number is compromised. And if so, that password is also visible, right? So that's the kind of situation where we are in. Okay, but if you feel like it is a sensitive data, better to keep it with you, and where the antivirus with a protected system kind of thing. Okay, can you say the password? Excuse me. Android versus iOS. Yeah, see, both OS are having its own advantage. No OS is escape. Like we cannot say like any software is 100% bug free. Like if it is bug free, like almost people will go to that OS only. Why people will with other OS, right? So both are having its own advantages and disadvantages. Android, if it is an open Android version, there are issues. If it is a closed Android version, like they're customizing. For example, there are some mobile phones which they customized they have taken the Android operating system, they have customized it according to their requirement, according to the customer privacy and security, and that Android is good. And iOS is a individual operating system, and it is a price-based operating system, right? So it has its own advantages. Android also, if it is customized by your OEM, then that is also safe. And both have its own advantages. We cannot say like which is good and which is bad, which is having the vulnerabilities and all such kind of things. Okay, I hope it is answered to your question. I have searched in my mail, I have been tuned, it is showing in yatra.com. I think that was answered as madam. What is the cause for blue screen error? What is the cause for blue screen error? Where, sir? Where which are you talking about? A mobile? Is it particularly related to the one mobile company? Then you have to check it. All right. Thank you all for your appreciation and thanks message in the chat area. All right, let's move on to the next session. So last but not least, this session. So of course, like we are already running out of time, but still we'll try to see like how best we can complete the session in time. Okay. So as I told you, like I'm going to take the session on social networking and security and financial transactions and e-learning course, those aspects also. If I'm going beyond 4:30, will it be okay? Please let me know. If I'm going beyond 4:30, will it be okay with all of you? Please say yes or no in the chat area. Accordingly, I will plan my session. All right. Okay. 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 No. Okay. 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 All right, sir, mom, thank you for your response. And I received 99% is okay, 1-2% is no. All right, let's see like how best we can go ahead. Social networking, okay. Please conclude. Okay. So cyber attacks are becoming increasing. Common and sophisticated attacks are there. Recently, like it was reported in Rajya Sabha, and these are some of the statistics related to the cyber crimes which are reported in India. There are some statistics, and Indian government is also taking steps to address the problems in cyber attacks. But it is a clear evident that the country remains a target for the hackers. So that's the point, like which we never forgot, as many of the people are working in the sensitive and critical organizations. So you have to be very, very careful at an individual level as well, as well as at an organizational level. So please be careful when you are accessing something or doing something in any of the systems in the office or outside office also. Right, it is important for Indian business and individuals to be aware of cyber attacks and to keep steps to protect themselves. That is what like morning onwards we were discussing. And this is the attacks on government, especially on government websites in 2022. So the more number of data breaches and hacktivism and compromised PII, okay, personally identifiable information. Either it could be your name, mobile number, email ID, whatnot, and all such kind of things. SQL injection and the phishing campaign. So these are the some of the attacks on government websites in 2022. Okay, that's only for your information. Let's get into the session, right? There is a small difference between a social media and social networking. We always heard the word called social media and social networking, right? In the social media, it is a one-way communication. Social networking is one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, and all such kind of communications can happen. So that's only the basic difference, which all you can understand and keep it in mind if someone asks or someone discuss on those aspects. What are the different types of social media platforms? We have social networking platforms. Either it could be a Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, and all such kind of things, and microblogging. And since it has limitations, in terms of posting the content, posting the video size, and all such kind of things, we have limitations in each and every platforms. That is the reason like all these things are categorized: social networking, microblogging, photo sharing. There are specific website only for photo sharing in terms of Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, and all. Video sharing, like you have YouTube, Facebook Live, and remaining things are also there. These are some of the examples, but much more are there. So do you think internet has any boundaries? Can you please say yes or no? There are more than 100 plus participants are there. I want response from each and every person. Do you think internet has any boundaries or not? Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Right. Okay, everyone says like no. Thank you. Thank you so much. And do you think like the social networking is also having any boundaries or not? At least from seeing this picture. Do you think the social network have any boundaries? Social networking has any boundaries? No. Okay. I think the picture itself it gives. The picture itself is very complicated. It's a complicated picture. So social networking and internet has no boundaries. Then what is that we should do? Unless and until you follow the cyber hygiene practices to safeguard yourself and your organization, it is very difficult to sustain in this cyberspace. Right? That is only the thing like which all we should understand and follow these cyber hygiene practices. So social networking is also a service provided an online platform used to build social networks, relations, and with other people. Who are those other people who are having similar career, similar personal interests, friends, activities and backgrounds, or real life connections. There are some matrimonial things are also happening in the social networking. I will give you examples of those kind of things also here. Okay. What are the excuse me, what are the uses of this social networking platform? So mainly profile building and self-representation. Profile building is nothing but you can increase your reputation by sitting in a remote location or somewhere else. And self-representation, you also can represent yourself in a social networking and media platforms about yourself, about your opinions on some XYZ things. Nowadays, any government, if they are bringing any bill or act or any such kind of things, they are publicly made available to receive the public comments. Right? I hope your ministry and your departments also will be doing some extent. Right? That way, like you can represent yourself. You need not to go to the ministry office and represent yourself. By sitting here, you can represent yourself, and you also excuse me. You also can build your profile without any issues kind of thing, and exchanging and sharing of lot of information and whatnot, all those things are there. I think it is a self-explanatory. You also can pick it up some of the things. So these are the different types of social networking platforms, as I gave you some examples. And if you look into it, in a given minute of time, these many number of transactions are happening across the platforms, across the world. Again, this is only for your information. Fortunately or unfortunately, 1/3 of the social networking users are there, social media and social networking platform users are there in India. These are some of the statistics as a whole. Any platform you take, take an example. Can anyone guess? Can anyone are using the Chat GPT? Is anyone using the Chat GPT? Please say yes or no. Yes, yes. Okay. Any other? Any other? No. Okay. 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 No idea. No idea. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So you might heard about like the technology took longer time to reach the nook and corner. See, for example, internet to reach, it was there since from long time in 70s and 80s, but internet is reaching in 90s and 2000 in India, and in 2020 like it is more, it was penetrated like anything. But fortunately or unfortunately, Chat GPT has reached last mile in the country within 8 hours. So that's the kind of penetration. Just imagine, Chat GPT has reached the last mile in the world within 8 hours. So that's the kind of penetration. That is how people are using the internet for various purposes, right? So that is only for information. Can you read all the are you all able to read this? Are you all able to read this or not? Please say yes or no. No? Okay, okay. All right. Started receiving yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay, okay. So whoever is saying no, try to read. Whoever is saying no, please try to read and say yes or no again. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Thank you. So, except the first and last letters all are jumbled, but still you are able to read. And there are some people who are not able to read. The reason is why is it happening? So these words are used as part of our daily life, in and out, for various purposes. That is how you are able to read, in spite of letters are jumbled, right? I think that is acceptable with all of you. So now tell me, is all these websites are right or wrong? So it is an assessment for all of you, because you are all attended this session from morning to evening. So this is an assessment. All these websites are right or wrong? Please tell me yes or no quickly. Wrong, 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 no, 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 wrong, wrong. Okay, 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 okay. Did anyone ever like what is the first website? Did anyone ever like what is the first website? Ozone.ru. It is a right website, which is a functional website. It is a Russian website. Remaining all you might heard, or you might used, or you might heard, or you might use. That is the reason like you are able to tell them clearly. But no one is told, like except the first one, no one has told that we don't know about the first one. Everyone said like, all are wrong. Okay, that is the tendency. The same tendency will be followed in the internet also. In the internet also. Either we'll say yes or we'll say no for everything. Okay, in the same way, without thinking, without like what was the terms and conditions which they are offering, so we will go through those things, we will say yes, 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 and install everything, and we will use it. So that's the problem with all of us, right? So you have to be very, very careful before you act something, before you click on something, or before you are doing something. So you have to be smart enough, and you should act cautiously before doing anything, right? I hope the point is clear to all of you. When you are in any social media platforms, this is what it happens. All your data, either it could be your name, mobile number, email, birthday, photos, all this information goes out of your end. Is it yes or no? When if at all, if you are there in a Facebook, if you are there in Twitter, if you are in a LinkedIn, so all this data will go yes or no. Right. I started receiving yes. All right. So if this data goes out of your end, is there any harm will happen to you? Is there any harm will happen to you? Is there any harm will happen to you? Could be. Okay, yes. That's it. That is what my point is. If that data goes out of your hand, it can lead to some kind of blackmailing, or it may lead to some kind of threat to our system, or whatever it is. So this is the services. Real names are available 88%. Mobile numbers are available 49%. Bank account details are also available for 7%. If this kind of information is available publicly, then there are always chances that it may lead to any kind of fraud, or any kind of any kind of fraud or any kind of blackmailing kind of thing, right? So you have to be very, very careful. So these are the some risks which are involved in a social networking platforms. Okay, cyber stalking, social phishing and cyberbullying. What is, cyber stalking is nothing but it is a mental harassment. Cyberbullying, they will try to, harass you in online platforms, and exploitation of the personal information. By taking your personal information, they will try to blackmail you, or they will try to, asking for some kind of money by, if you are not able to pay, like we are going to exploit your content in various platforms and all, and expose it to sexual content, and it may lead to some kind of blackmail, and it may lead to, luring and enticement. Okay, luring the people, like, they will try to take away your money from the accounts and all. Is inappropriate content, contract conduct and all such kind of things, it will happen in any social networking platform. The reason is younger generation is more younger generation tend to be more trusting, more trusting. So for example, if you have any brother, sister, children, or children, if you have, so they will have these platforms. But only thing is, like, if someone sends a friend request, will you accept or not? If someone send a friend request, will you accept or not? Can you please say yes or no? No, very good. Is it the same thing with our children also? Is it the same thing with our younger generation also? Okay, if not known, you won't accept. Very good. Is it the same thing with our whoever is said no? Is it same thing with our younger generation also? No. All right. So that's the issue. Okay. So that is where the issue lies in, right? If you know something, and it is our prime responsibility to inform our, parents, brothers, sisters, children, and all, right? These are the kind of things which are happening. You have to be more, careful in these things, because children and women are the more vulnerable, and senior citizens are also become more vulnerable in the cyberspace. Yesterday, I think there was a case. I think most of you might have been read. So they are senior citizens. They lost 4 crore rupees. Just imagine how much money they are, managing in their in their bank account. The poor people, they're not technically savvy. They lost 4 crore rupees, which are associated with one mobile number. Which are associated with one mobile number. So if you have some 5-6 account, all 5-6 accounts are associated with only one number. Okay, only one number. So that way, like, they lost 4 crore rupees in various accounts which they're having. So they said, like, they're supposed to get their pension. So in that regard, they called and they have asked some details, and these people provided some information. That's all. Within no time, they have taken away around 4 crore rupees from their account. So that's the kind of issue which is happening. So we have to be more careful, because these are the vulnerable groups, right? Adding people they don't know, taking to those talking to those people, right? We also will continue, and we have seen number of cases during the COVID-19. It remains same. So this is a similar kind of case which has happened in the last year. Okay, a software engineer lost 57 lakhs and a widow lost 72 lakhs a year. Okay, in both the cases, it remains same. They met each other in a social networking platform, and later part they become friends, and they decided to marry each other. And from the social networking platform, they moved to the instant messaging platform. They moved to the instant messaging platform. So they have become good friends, and later part they have exchanged a lot many things and gifts, whatnot. All those things have happened, photos, videos, and all such kind of things. Finally, they decided, like, they wanted to marry each other. So once they started marry each other, then that criminal, he's pretended that, like, they have reached the location in India, and he was caught by the customs, and he started telling, like, customs, police, clearance, whatnot, GST and courier, whatnot, all those things. They started played this drama, and this poor lady is also paid around 72 lakhs, which she is not having, which she borrowed, and which she paid over the five days, because she wanted to meet that person, whoever is there. Like, she was under assumption, like, she will be getting married with that boy, or with that person, right? So that's the kind of situation. It can happen to either a boy, or girl, or a man, or a woman also. Okay, I think you also might heard about that nude calls which are running in a WhatsApp and all such kind of things. If I get a call, the people definitely will react, and they will watch that. Students, younger generation, they will try to watch that video. During that time, they will capture and they will start blackmailing the things. So that is what it is happens in the social networking platforms. And that doesn't mean that like all social media platforms are like that. And we are also not telling like you should not use. You should use with some kind of caution, with some privacy and security settings that we will discuss during this session, right? So this boy is a 9th class boy. He started misusing a classmate photographs and started blackmailing the people, but he caught and kept behind the bars, right? There are so many such kind of cases are there in the thing. What immediate action to be taken when support type of cyber issue? Like you should report, if it is a cyber issue, you should report at cybercrime.gov.in, and if it is any financial damage or loss, then you should report immediately 1930, right? 1930 is a financial support, and cybercrime is cybercrime.gov.in. Website is shopping, travel, and all those things should be reported at 1930 as well as cybercrime.gov.in. Sir, there is no doubt that you have to report. Then you may get relief. And if the money is there within India, if the money is gone out of India, then the chances are very, very less. Okay, so that is what typically which happens, right? So when most of us will use this WhatsApp platform for various purposes. Let's see like WhatsApp kind of thing. So I'm not talking about like what is WhatsApp usage and all such kind of things. I'm interested only in discussing with you like what are the privacy and security settings. Do you all enable this privacy and security settings? Do you all enable this privacy and security settings in the WhatsApp, or you want to follow with me? Or you want to follow with me? Please say yes or no. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So I understood like I have to tell. So I'm just going ahead like that. So please follow me. If at all, if the mobile is in front of you, please open the WhatsApp. Click on the three dots. Please open your WhatsApp. Click on those three dots. Once you click on that three dots, immediately you will be getting options like a new group, broadcast, and all. So click on that settings. So once you click on that settings, you will be getting whole lot of options. Once you click on the three dots, you will be getting the settings. Okay. First, let's click on the account. Sorry. Okay. So first click on the account. Once you click on the account, the first option which looks like is two-step verification. Okay, once you click on the account, there is something called two-step verification. Okay, the two-step verification is like this. Okay, once you click on that account, and you will get the privacy, security, and two-step verification. So click on the two-step verification. So once you click on the two-step verification, extreme right side, you will get this screen. So there, like it is asking to enter a passcode. You can enter any good passcode. It should not be your date of birth or your spouse, that kind of thing. You can just try to keep some good password, right? It is a numeric thing only. You should remember. You should not forget. Please remember that. You should remember. You should not forget. Okay. You should enter the passcode. Then you can type the email. It is not necessary, but I will suggest you to keep the email, right? Which are the secondary email ID which you are using, and click on the done. So once you click on the done, two-step verification was done. So once that two-step verification is done, whenever you are opening a WhatsApp, it will ask you to enter the passcode. Once you open the passcode, then only you are able to open your WhatsApp account. Otherwise, you cannot open the password account. Okay. Hope it is clear. Right. So the second option is which I'm talking about, privacy. Right. So the second option which I'm talking about, the privacy. So under the privacy, you have last seen online, and a profile picture is there. So profile picture by default, it is meant for everyone. If you other options are my contacts and nobody. So we suggest you to keep only my contacts rather than everyone, right? Otherwise everyone can send a messages. If you keep only my contacts, no one can send a WhatsApp message to you. If at all, if you send any WhatsApp message, you will get some kind of notification. If you accept, then they will be able to send, otherwise they can't send any messages to you. Okay, so this profile photo can be viewed only your contacts, can be shown to only your contacts, right? So this is one privacy option which is provided by the platform. You all should use it. And second is status is there. Okay, after profile photo you have about, and second is status. The moment you click on the status, there also you have three options. Okay, what are those options? My contacts accept, only share, or only share with some people, right? So we highly recommend you keep it only my contacts than everyone. Okay, or my contacts accept. Okay, if you want to keep it only few of your family members, that also you can do it. And only share with some people, right? That also you can do it. Share with only people, share with group of people. All those options are there. You can explore and you can keep that status also, right? So once if it is done, your profile picture is available only my contacts, and the status is also available only my contacts. So that gives you two things. In the privacy, you can protect your profile picture, and you also can protect your status. So these are the two options which are there under the privacy. Okay, privacy and security. Security, I told you, two-step verification, that will be useful. By chance if you lost your mobile phone, and if you're not kept any two-factor authentication, immediately people can open your WhatsApp and they can misuse it. But if at all, if you kept two-factor authentication, then it is very difficult for them to guess and open that WhatsApp account. Okay, that is what it happens. So profile picture, you can keep it only my contacts. Status also keep it only my contacts. And there is one more option called one more option is also there. Okay, this is not necessary for you. I think nowadays that's not an issue at all. And there is something called groups. Groups. Okay, in that groups also you have three options. One is everyone, my contacts, accept. Okay, in the groups also choose only my contacts, and so that no one can send any WhatsApp message. It may not be a problem for it is safe for you, right? Instead of everyone, keep it only my contacts, so that you can protect your privacy also. Okay, so what it will happen, if you keep that option, no one can send a WhatsApp message. If at all someone sends a WhatsApp message, it will come and ask you your permission. So Jagdish has sent an invitation, or some number, it will come in a kind of notification. Will you accept or not? If you accept, it will be accepted. If you are not accepting, nothing will happen to you, right? Is it clear? Is it clear? WhatsApp privacy and security settings. Is it clear to all of you? Please say yes or no. Yes. Okay. Okay. Good. So you are all able to set, right? You're all able to set, right? So that's good thing. That's good thing which has happened, right? Okay. So third option is, there is one more option. Lot of media will come, no? Good morning, good night messages, videos and all such kind of things. Those things are also most of the time, whether it is whatever the smartphone which you are having is equivalent to a server in 1980s and 70s. Okay. What are the smartphone you are having? Whether 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB and all, which is 8 GB RAM and the processor and all. So which is equivalent to server configuration everyone is carrying, right? So that way, whatever the space you are having, RAM and room, it is not sufficient as we are involved and doing a lot of transactions. To safeguard your phone memory, and safeguard from your malicious activities kind of thing. Nowadays this option is available. Individuals also they kept it, right? Any individual or a group, you can take it and click on the group info. The moment you click on the group info, you will get some options. Okay. In the group info, like mute notification, custom notification, media visibility, just click on the media visibility. So by default it is yes, right? So whatever the media which is coming, it will come and sit in your storage. right? To avoid that, if you choose no and click on OK, if you choose no and click on OK, no media will come and sit in your phone memory. No media will come and sit in your phone memory. So your phone memory will remain same, and your threat, the vulnerability and the threat, expose yourself to the threats is be simplified. It will be reduced a bit. Okay, so that's the kind of thing. So that okay, images, it won't go out of your hand. Images will be there in the phone memory only, in the phone only, in the WhatsApp platform only. But whenever you are clicking, it will be opened and it will be saved. If at all, if you are not clicking on those images, it won't come and sit in your phone memory. Okay, hope it will be useful to all of you, and use that. And if at all if you are opened under the group now, I just told you everyone my contacts except kind of thing, right? So there, if at all if you are restricted yourself to only my contacts, so this can, should we do it in every group? Yes, it should be done in every group, sir. It should be done every group. At least like wherever you are getting such kind of messages, you should do it in every group. All right. So if you set yourself from everyone to my contacts, these kind of messages, it won't come to you. Otherwise, these kind of messages will always come to you, and create some kind of unwanted issues also on these mobiles. So keep it your privacy, restricted members, restrictions and all. So these are the things which I'm not telling. These are the things which are provided by the platform. So you can make use of these security and privacy settings which are provided by the platform, and you can secure yourself, right? You can secure yourself in these platforms, right? So in spite of all these things, no, for example, like we always take a pictures and immediately upload it into the platform. We know that one picture will give you 1,000 words of information. The same thing is true in the internet communication also. There is a website called pic2map.com. There, if I upload my image, you can just see like what kind of information is going out of your out of your end. So what is the, which is the camera you have used, what is the file type, what is the date, GPS information, location information, address and all. Do you think anything else is required? From one photograph, I can capture this much safe information. I kept only few options, but there are so many other options also which are available. Do you think this information is sufficient for a fraudster to create the trust, or build some kind of relation with you, right? So you have to be very, very careful. So whenever you are uploading any of the images, you have to remove this metadata before you upload onto any of the platform. Otherwise, all this data will goes out of your hand, right? So how do we safeguard yourself from these things? So whenever you are uploading any picture in any of the social media platform, in the second step you will get something called options. The moment you click on the options, okay, there, like, you will be getting another in the next screen you will be getting an option, metadata off or on. If you off the metadata, so this whole data which I'm talking about, it won't go out of your hand. Otherwise, this kind of data is goes out of your hand. Okay, hope it is clear to all of you. And whether you want to check whether your images which are posted in your social media, Insta, wherever it is, so whether these images are available only with you, or someone else are using, right? There is a website called tinight.com. There you can upload one image and check whether the image is used by whom. So I just uploaded my ISC image, and I found like 10 people are using this image. And now I can talk to these people, like, why are you using? Do you have taken permission from me or not? Otherwise, I can take the screenshots, and I can give a complaint also, so that I can protect myself. Okay. All right. This is the example which I'm talking about. One picture will give you 1,000 words of information, right? So pic2map.com is a website. There you upload image, you will get whole lot of information. This whole lot of information it will give you. So to avoid sharing this information, whenever you are uploading any picture, right, sharing with anyone, so there you will get something called options. If you click on that options, there, like in the next screen, you will get like whether the metadata should be on or off. If you choose metadata off, this kind of metadata, it won't go out of your hand. Okay. Sindhi ma'am, like what is that you want to know? Like what is that you want to know? Can you tell me that? Okay, please show how to switch of metadata. Okay, how to switch metadata. Okay, then give me a second. I have to go to other presentation. I'll just show you that. I'm just showing. Please wait. Okay, so this is the picture. This is the picture which gives you a whole lot of information, and this is the information. So whenever you are uploading, so you have chosen this picture, you clicked on the upload. Once you click on that upload, you will get these options, right? One photo selected, you get the options. If you click on the options, then there is something called location and all photos data. If you choose, it is already on. If you switch off this metadata, it won't go out of your end. So choose this, disable it, and click on done. Then your metadata, it won't go out. Similarly, you scanned an image which you wanted to share it with the people. There also share the share without a metadata. Share without a metadata. So this is how you should disable it, so that the metadata won't go. Otherwise, metadata will go from your hand. Okay, hope it is clear. Hope it is clear. Okay, and if you want to know like which are the people are collecting your a good amount of data, good, thank you. And tosdr.org, and if you go there, like terms of reference, who are all the people, like for example Facebook is there, like what kind of data they're taking from you, and Amazon is there, like what kind of data is they taking, and this is also dangerous, this is also dangerous, grade E and grade E. So this kind of third party cookies are used for advertising. Terms may be changed anytime at their discretion without notice to the user. The service tracks you on their website. The service can delete your account without a prior notice and without a reason. The service can license user content in the third parties. Hope all these points are clear to you, right? Let me give an example. You might be searching, some kind of purchase a telephone, mobile phone. So you are keep on searching that. So one fine day, like you done, I will show you that. I will show what grade it is good, sir. Right. So you searched it and you purchased it, and later also you will be getting some kind of messages say that the mobile phone prices are increased, the mobile price was fall down, kind of thing. Right. That kind of advertisements you are getting. How that data is coming? No, because they are capturing your cookies and they find out like what is your behavioral pattern, and accordingly they are capturing your data and they are sending these kind of advertisements, kind of thing. Right. So the next grade is grade A. Right, this grade A is good. For example, DuckDuckGo is a browser, so which is having, the service does not track you, no need to register. Cookies used by the service do not contain information that would personally identify you. Right, these are the things, right? That YouTube is also there. So those people are also collecting some kind of data. It is not, you also can check it there. You also can go and check it. We are not against these platforms. Only thing is like you should aware so that you can protect yourself from any of these kind of harms. So without your knowledge, a lot of data goes out of your hand. Then you will be surprised how the data goes out of my hand. So these are the some reasons where, like I told you, like are you all able to read and all. So without our knowledge, we'll just click on yes, 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 yes because of want of doing something. So that way the data, the terms and conditions says clearly but if you are agree, it's good. If you are not agreeing also, it won't let you, right? So after that, like, you should go and do, some settings changes, then you can protect your data. Otherwise the data can go out of your hand. Is both URLs same or not? Please tell me. Is both URLs same, or is there any difference? Carefully tell me, is there any difference or both are same? Quickly, we are running out of time. No, both are same. Okay, same. Someone said no. Can you tell me, sir, why you said like no? Whoever is said no, can you please tell me, like, what is the difference? No capital W used. Both the things capital W only, sir. All right. So many people said like no. Yes, both are same. Right. Let me show it to you. I'll share the screen with all of you. Excuse me. Right. So I'm just taking this URL, different in bank. No. All right. So let me take the screen. Okay. I'm just copying and I'm opening a browser. And I'm opening a browser and I'm just pasting it here. You can just observe what is happening there. So this is also apple.com and it is a bluely highlighted thing. And this is also apple.com. Hope it is clear. Hope it is clear. Please say yes or no, sir. Right. Good. Good. Thank you. And I'll take this second URL. All right. Thank you. I'll take this second URL and I'm just pasting in the same location. Now tell me, is the URL which I pasted and the URL which is highlighted in blue color is same? Yes or no? Is same? Yes or no? Okay, no. Okay, I think you all got the point. Right. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Okay. So these are all called ID and demographic attacks. So these are all called ID and demographic attacks. Identical domain names which can lead to a big mess. Right? Both URLs looks like same. The moment you click on that URL, it may download any spyware or any malware kind of thing. Thank you so much, sir, ma'am. Right? So if at all, if you are clicking any link directly, whether you received through email, message, or any instant messaging platform kind of thing, so if it is a legitimate, no problem. If it is a non-legitimate, it may lead to some kind of issues. Like this is one kind of issue where it will download some kind of malware or spyware without your knowledge. It will keep on observing you, like what are the username, password you are typing. They will understand this username and password. They will try to understand this username and password, and they will try to exploit you, right? See, nothing wrong here, right? We all know ASCII value and ISCII value and ISFOC value and all. So for example, small a, the ASCII value of small a is 65. The ASCII value of capital A is ASCII value capital A is 93. Similarly, there are some hexaphones. So these alphabets have different languages. So it looks in the in the appearance, it looks like same. When it is embedded, it has a different URL. So that different URL may have any virus or malware. It will download and without your knowledge, and it will keep performing whatever the activity they want to do. So you have to be very careful. So at least from now on, after this session, never ever click any link directly. Copy it and paste it in the browser and see both are same, then you proceed further. Otherwise, don't go proceed further. Hope it is clear to all of you, right? But something that is unique. Okay, right. All right, thank you. So in the WhatsApp, in the Facebook also, I'm not showing that demo, and you can see this. And in the Facebook, like, you have a drop down there, you can click a settings. In the next screen, you can just see the two-factor authentication, which I just told you about WhatsApp. in the similar way, see, I told you like a lot of data which goes out of your end. So which clearly says like which mobile, which operating system are you using to mobile or through laptop or through desktop and all such kind of things. You can see the data which are highlighted in this thing. So here like you have privacy options are there. The moment you click on the privacy, you get lot of options here. Who can see your friend list? Only me or open to everyone? There are so many options. The moment you click on the edit option, so the moment you click on the edit option here, okay, right, the moment you click on the edit option here, right, you will get lot of options, right? Okay, so my recommendation to all of you is, who can see your friend list? It is only you. And who can see your email address? Only you. Who can see your mobile number which is provided on the platform? Only you. Never ever keep this information public. Otherwise, easily people can send a friend request to you, and by saying friend, 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 and all such kind of things. So you have to be very careful and ensure like this kind of information pass it to your children also. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So this kind of information should be passed to your near and dear also, right? So this kind of privacy and security settings should be kept in the Facebook also. In spite of those things, if something has happened to your WhatsApp, so profile hacking and all these things which we are listening in recent times, so the facebook.com hacked, by chance if your account is hacked, use this command to report them. In the place of hacked, and you can use the report also. If for example on your behalf someone has created a fake profile, then you have to report them. You have to report in cybercrime.in is one option, and second thing is the facebook.com/report. So there also you have to report, so that you will those people also will support and these people also will support, so you can minimize the damage kind of thing, right? So hacked, if your account is hacked, you should use this command. And if you want to report comes when if your profile is got hacked kind of thing, right? If your fake profile was got created, your account is there, on your before other account was also got created. If you want to report that, then you should use report. Okay, so these are the two things someone should follow, right? These are the two things like where you can use it for reporting and hacker kind of thing, right? There are so many other things are available. I will ask you, right, which ATM is correct, top one or bottom one? Which ATM machine is right, top one or bottom one? Top. Anyone with the bottom? Anyone with the bottom? Right, thank you so much. So the top ATM machine is having light, and where where you are inserting your card, there you can just see some kind of indication. But in the bottom, there was some kind of instrument which was kept. So which is called skimmer. So that skimmer will capture your data. So on top of the thing, like you can just see, it is a small instrument which can capture all your data. Right, nowadays the skimmers are more sophisticated, right? The skimmers are more sophisticated. So that first thing, it will capture your data, and it will also capture your pin and all such kind of things. So it will lead to some kind of issue, right? So to avoid that, you should use ATM which are crowded locations, or maximum people are used. When you use ATM machines outside city and outskirts of the city, and where the ATM machine was not used for a longer time, then these kind of issues also can happen, right? Next point is, like whenever you are doing any online transactions, by default normally we will save our credit debit card details in the any of the platforms, right? Either an online shopping platform, travel platform, and all such kind of things. We highly recommend you don't do that. So once the transaction is over, remove that payment method. Otherwise what happens, if any online games are there, so initial 1-2 levels are free. Third level, if you want to go to the next level, third level, then they may ask you some kind of money. And if the credit card is there on mobile, any application, they will try to extract that information and they will try to deduct the money, and you will surprise. Okay, after the statement comes, then only you will come to know like the money was got debited, right? How the money will be debited, and that is only a surprise to us. But any international transaction, they need only your card number. They don't require any of your CVV expiry and all such kind of things. OTP and all are not required. Only for domestic transactions, they required all these things. International transactions will happen without any of those options. To stop that, recently RBI has come up with various options. You can choose the domestic transactions and international transactions. If any credit card, debit card, switch off, disable all the international transactions, enable domestic transactions. When you are enabling those domestic transactions, when you are enabling those domestic transactions, there also you have an options. If it is an online transaction, how much you can keep, ATM withdrawal, how much you can keep. So those options are there. Those options you can go there and you can just see in online banking platforms and enable disable those options so that you can secure your hard-earned money, right? Is it clear? So whenever you are entering pin, ensure like you should enter the pin by covering that keypad and key lock kind of thing, right? So whenever you are doing any online transaction, morning also I told you very clearly, you have to use HTTPS and padlock. The moment you click on the padlock, you will come to know like what is the expiry of the expiry date of the certificate, right? So morning we are keep on discussing on these aspects. Here also you can just see. So that it was expired, all right? But I'm taken this is a old screen. It is not a new screen. It is a old screen so that you can find out. So if this kind of thing is there, it is it is very difficult. It is very difficult, it is easy for fraudsters to take away your data. I think someone is talking about the tokenization. That tokenization is also good. You can enable that option and you can get benefit out of it, right? That is also option is there. So these are the kind of things which you can follow while you are in online transactions or online platforms kind of thing. But someone said like he is not understood. So can you please say, sir, like where was the issue which you have faced? Where was the issue? Where I can try to help you? Ramesh sir, can you please tell me? I said like understood or not. So he said like no. So where should what should I repeat for you? Which section of the thing I should repeat?